Good day, everyone. My name is Mika Argalapon, your reporter today, and my topic is all about facilitating skills. First, who is the facilitator? Facilitator is the best person who guides a team through a process, helping them unleash their potential, do their best work, and avoid the usual pitfalls of collaboration, groupthink, a lack of outcomes, and team politics, to name just a few. Facilitation is all about helping the group do efficient, meaningful work. It's about making sure everyone in the room gets heard without falling prey to design by committee, and making sure there's an actionable outcome every time a group comes together. Next, a good facilitator's goal is to encourage participants to think productively and ultimately to articulate critical ideas, ask vital questions, uncover variables, find solutions, and identify productive actions, not to solve the team's challenge. A skilled facilitator can supercharge a team's performance by eliminating the friction of group collaboration and providing a process for the team to follow. Facilitation skills are soft skills that help people work together to achieve a common goal. They are often used in meetings, workshops, and training courses but can be useful in any group setting. Some examples of facilitation skills include setting goals, establish the objectives and ground rules for the meeting, even if they are open-ended, creating an environment, encourage open and honest feedback, and create an environment of trust and confidentiality. Managing time, create an agenda and stick to it, allocating time for each topic or activity. Encouraging participation, ensure that everyone has a chance to contribute and help people who are having trouble making themselves heard. Next, resolving conflict. Reach a consensus on how to handle disagreements and be clear about your role in the process. Redirecting discussion. Tactfully bring conversation back to the main topic. Combining ideas. Combine multiple ideas into a single resolution. Other facilitation skills include clarifying what has been said, emphasizing common goals, confirming common ground, eliminating abusive or extreme language, active listening, being flexible, and being prepared. Here are some activities that can be used in a structured learning experience in the Filipino context. Get to know you. Use sociometric questions to help students learn about each other and build relationships. Blindfolded walk. One student leads another blindfolded through an obstacle course while talking to improve communication skills. Web of respect. Students sit in a circle, tossing a ball of yarn while stating respectful things about others. Take-away game, an icebreaker and energizer for the brain that involves planning, analysis, and number skills. Structured learning experience can help students better understand topics by encouraging active participation. Some common models of structured learning include the structural approach uses different sequence of classroom behaviors. Group investigation incorporates investigation, interaction, interpretation, and intrinsic motivation. Student team investigation. Students work together toward a common goal. Curriculum package involves sets of cooperative learning material that are usually specific to a subject and age level. Learning together emphasizes the teaching and practicing of the social skills required to work together. Multicultural approaches in facilitating groups, strategies, techniques, and procedures in handling group sessions. Multicultural Cultural education is an approach to teaching and learning that seeks to empower individuals so that they may function in a global society. It is based upon democratic values and beliefs. It seeks to foster cultural pluralism within culturally diverse societies and an interdependent world. So be the guide, not the hero. And that's all for today. And God bless you all. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas.